Today, we are presently at the National Museum Jos, Plateau State, and we are fortunate to have our curator right here with us. We are glad to come to Jos to have a discussion with you, sir. May we meet you, sir?
Thank you very much. My name is Linus Kasei Kingi. I am curator of the National Museum Jos. I also double as the zonal head, North Central, of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments.
Okay.
I am from Kaduna State. I hold the chieftaincy title of Chiromang Adwan from Kafanchan. I have been here since October last year as the curator of the museum. And I hold a master's degree in public sector management. Earlier, my first degree was in history, and I also have postgraduate studies in international relations and strategic studies. And then I have done courses and other trainings on museology. I hold a postgraduate diploma in museology from the Institute of Archaeology and Museum Studies, Jos, and a lot of other courses that I have done. And I have been in the employ of the Commission for Museums and Monuments since 1993. So I am a practicing museologist for over 30 years, and I have traveled around the world networking and interacting with other professionals in the field.
That's nice. So we're actually talking to an authority in the field of museums. The National Commission for Museums and Monuments, NCMM, have decided to collaborate with the Eggon language and see to how they can actually promote the culture, traditions, arts, and artifacts of the Eggon people. How did you come about it, sir?
Well, the National Commission for Museums and Monuments has over 50 museums around Nigeria.
50?
Yes, and it's the National Museum Jos is one of them. Okay. We have about 5 institutions within this premises, all in different fields of museum. And we are joining the NCMM, or the Nigerian Museum is joining the rest of the world in the celebration of International Museum Day, which is held every 18th of May around the world. It is International Council of Museums decision to have every 18th of May for people around the world who are into the practice and who are also enjoying the facilities of museums to create awareness and to reflect on particular subjects of the day. And that is why we here in the Museum in Jos are also celebrating the same thing. And here in Jos, it is always a beehive of activities every 18th of May. But since the 18th of May this year falls on Sunday, because of the nature of the populace, we had to shift it to Tuesday and Wednesday. And normally it is a practice for us to bring in all communities and all ethnic nationalities who are prepared to participate in this very cultural extravaganza that the International Museum Day is always. But we have seen it that with that type of practice, it is not possible with over 500 ethnic groups in Nigeria to come here and then showcase. So we have introduced a concept of that is culture in focus, where a particular ethnic nationality is chosen to serve as the culture in focus, so that most of the activities that will be done will be concentrated on them. There will be special attention on them, so that people will have an appreciation of a particular ethnic group. So with this practice, which has been going on over the years, we have fairly gone round Plateau nationalities, and they have responded very well. They have enjoyed it. So we thought it worthwhile that since it is a national museum, it will be good for the Jos and the Plateau public to also enjoy and have a fair understanding of other cultures around Nigeria. It was not an easy choice for us, choosing, identifying one ethnic nationality. So it was a tortuous selection process that led us to identifying the Eggon nationality. The Eggon nationality, you are aware, they are from Nasarawa State.
Yes.
And while they are the major ethnic group in Nasarawa State, they have a settler population virtually everywhere in central Nigeria. And that over time, they have been mentioned and been identified in virtually every event in recorded history in Nigeria. So it was really a very tortuous exercise that led us to such an ethnic nationality. So that was the motivation behind the choice.
Thank you. I learned in 1977 that Eggon participated in the Festac 77 and they even won an award. Are you aware of that?
We in the museum, we are more interested in the objects and the histories and the material culture of the ethnic nationality. If the Eggon have had such an award, this is the time they should have exhibited it, because it will have either come in terms of a document or in terms of a plaque or one form of material gift or the other. You see, the activity that we are doing with the Eggon nationality constitutes a deviation from what we have always been doing, where people simply come and dance and then exhibit some of their cuisines in the open place for that day. But this time around, there is a difference. It is unique with the Eggon people because this time around, they have a full-fledged exhibition of cultural materials. And I think probably, even with them, we couldn't have had virtually everything about them. We only have what the time and the facility could take. Probably it would have been good if they had come up with such material evidence of that victory in 1977. But I think the Plateau state represented the then Benue Plateau State Plateau State, I would say, represented Nigeria very well. And I think the unique dance steps and other artifacts of the Eggon nation played a role in that.
Oh, great. The Eggon nation, do you have like a library where you have the historical documentary of materials where researchers can come here and study more about the Eggon people, since they are the one in focus this year?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of materials, both antiquity and archival materials in our own galleries, in our storage, and in our archives. Our own materials are open to researchers, open to the public who want to access. So if anybody is interested in knowing more about the Eggon people, apart from what we have exhibited, can come forward and then can access some of the materials that we have on them. And where we cannot find them here, the National Commission for Museums and Monuments has facilities all over Nigeria. If we don't find material here, you can always find even in Kaduna or in Lagos.
So some of the artifacts now that we saw there being exhibited in the gallery for the Eggon people, they are the ones that the Eggon nation brought as a result of donated to the museums as a result of this collaboration, or these ones are the ones that you kept from time immemorial?
Normally when you have an exhibition, the source of the material is not always an issue as far as the exhibition is concerned. The most important thing is for the exhibition to tell the story that is identified through the team. In the case of this very exhibition that is ongoing on the Eggon nation, it is titled Eggon: Stages in Life Across Civilizations.
Eggon stages in life
across civilizations.
Okay.
Meaning that the various themes, the history of man is divided into themes. We have the Stone Age, we have the prehistoric period, we have the Copper, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age. Today we are at the globalization age, and that what this exhibition is doing is to show that the Eggon man, over the lifespan of a man, that is from birth to the final passage, what do they do in terms of materials, and how did this material manifest over these stages that we can identify in the history of man. So these are the messages that we pass in an exhibition, and it's the same thing with that of the Eggon. Now, the sourcing of the materials could come from anywhere. It follows the non-practice of collections in the museums. You either purchase, you either get by bequest, you get either by loans, by donations, and by other means that are ethically approved. And so what you have here are a combination of all of these processes. And I can say it faithfully and confidently that the museum has also brought out objects that relate to the Eggon that are part of the
So when
exhibition.
you say bequests, what does that mean?
It's like it's a technical word for a kind of exchange between whether individual, institution, a family, or and a collecting institution. It's like you can give an item either by what do you call it, like by will, or that you can give it for safekeeping. It is neither sold, neither loaned, no, outrightly.
It's just there, so people can do that.
But some people can, a family or an individual can say, I am bringing this works
for safekeeping,
or for life donation after they have gone. So bequest
refers to
that more, and I think that it is always more that you see an entire a family can put in his own will that after his demise, so possessions, his collections should be returned to the museum permanently.
Okay, looking at the theme for this year, the place of museum in a rapidly changing economy. How do you relate it to the Eggon people? How does it promote their economy rapidly?
All right, we have checked very well. The theme for this International Museum Day is that is the place of museums in rapidly changing communities. That is the ICOM sanctioned theme. But you see, for every country, it operates within that theme and then try to reflect it in their own reality. And that is why we have done a little adjustments in the theme, which has not substantially changed the ICOM sanctioned one. And so it is like saying, this year, let us reflect on the importance of museums and how museums have been surviving in the ongoing challenge that the world is facing. The challenge of security, the challenge of economic activities, changes in diplomatic activities, and so on and so forth. All this affects every aspect of human life. So how does it also affect the museums? And you place that one side by side, the reality of their own country. And coming to the Eggon Nation, you must have listened to the lecture that was held yesterday. The intention is to, beyond what is being exhibited, the materials that are being exhibited, the public should have an idea about how the Eggon Nation has been interacting with society economically, in spite of all these challenges. And that over time, what did they do what were some of the economic activities that we can infer in their own history and in their own culture? How has that one affected what we are doing? So, in fact, we find a lot of relevance in the culture and the life of the Eggon man today, vis-a-vis the theme of this year's International Museum Day. If you look at the exhibition, went around the exhibition, you will see that they brought so many things related to their economy. Is it the most common agricultural materials? That is the palm trees. Is it the farming implements and the rest of them?
Okay. So, in a conclusion, yesterday the governor of Nasarawa State, in his magnanimity, decided to donate about 25 million naira to the promotion of museums. Yes. How do you intend to utilize that for this? If the money is released, how do you intend to utilize it? Is it going to be strictly for Eggon, or going to be generally for the promotion of museums?
All right. It's a very interesting. Normally,
because
once money is involved, it's always, I think I'm happy with this very question, because it provides us with the opportunity to ward off speculations about what has happened.
Because it will help to clear
the air. Honestly, I must say it without any fear of contradiction, and say it confidently, that the Nasarawa State Governor is somebody that I admire very much. And in fact, I was not surprised. You see, because beyond religious, political, or tribal persuasion. And I think he is somebody that has lived above all this type of emotions and sentiments. And if you listen to him while he was talking, he was not reading from any speech. So he was speaking from his own heart.
That's right.
And he was very passionate in his own memory of his interaction with the Eggon people. And I think there is a Hausa proverb that says, Kyang Yaro Yegaji Ubansa, meaning that that is
the beauty of
a child is to live after his parent. That is to be exemplary of his parents. You see, the Nasarawa State government has been very, very magnanimous to the Commission for Museums and Monuments.
Great.
Over the years, they have had a partnership with the Commission for Museums and Monuments, where they have had some of species of animals, especially the lion and some of them here in the museum, and have been making contributions to their upkeep here for a very long time. And that arrangement has gone down, and that we are hoping for a revival of it. Okay. And probably nobody has brought that one to the mention of the governor. So he was acting on his own. And I was privileged to be in Nasarawa State in the course of interacting with the Eggon people.
Yes.
For I took serious exception to studying. Since I'm a museologist, I'm more concerned about changes in the environment and how people react to it. I had cause to interact with the Eggon people about facilities and the changes that I have seen within the society.
Yes.
And I also interacted with drivers and the Okada people whom I was engaging. Okay. And I took time to say, I've seen developments going on. And I tried to size them up about their own reaction to what the governor was doing. And their own submission is that the governor is doing excellently. And I asked an Eggon man, a prominent Eggon man, and he said, yes, they are satisfied with what he's doing. But and I asked, but why have you people been opposed to him? And they said that they have never been opposed to him, but that there is nothing bad about them. They were interested in becoming governor too. So whatever thing they did had nothing to do with Abdullahi Sule as a person. So, and we could see it yesterday. Yes. So I would say we are eternally grateful to him and the Nasarawa State people, since there is a precedence.
That's right.
But I will say that he was very clear about the donation he was making. He specifically said that the environment of the hall that we were using is in serious dilapidation, and that since this is a national institution, it will be good that it gets an upgrade. And he differed from other leaders who will have simply condemned the facilities that we had and say the place is not habitable. Look at this and that,
and then walk away with that,
and hide under that excuse to keep away whatever goodwill they are. But he was only being objectively critical, and he followed it up with what? With a commitment. And immediately, let me tell you, it was not a political statement he made. Immediately after
the event,
the SSG, Mr. Magaji, Magaji Labaran, called me and said, take this my number and then get across to me immediately, which means that they are about to put into action whatever thing they said. And I think it is simply meant for the upgrade of that very facility. It is not like he was making a donation either for the purpose of this occasion. No, he was making the donation to the National Museum in Jos for the purpose of upgrading that facility. Fine. And I think the Eggon people will benefit because that is the goodwill that came out.
That's the point I was going to.
What they brought, and we are seriously grateful to them. We've never had it as fine as it has been before this year. Although those who have sponsored or participated in the past did very well. But you see, normal human being will always seek for improvements. And the Eggon nation has provided such improvement in their own.
So I will strongly believe that the Eggon people will be very happy, since it is as a result of their goodwill that the donation was made, so that they too can possibly participate from, benefits from whatever their governor, brought down. So thank you so much on that. In a conclusion, there's a book here called A Dictionary of Eggon Names. And I learned that this book is one of its kind in the entire central Nigeria. Would like to also, since people are making donation, you're lucky to be with the author. I'm here. I've made research on this for 12 years. And it was published. We would like to present it to you. I don't know whether, maybe let me give one for yourself and then one for the museum.
That would be good.
We'll give 2 copies to you, sir. So I would like to present it to you officially.
Very.
And thank you very much.
Very grateful.
Yes. I'm grateful.
Yes.
So any final word you have for the Eggon nation and people that they need to understand about museums?
All right. I will say, I use this opportunity to once more say thank you to all the organizers of this very occasion, especially the Eggon nation that has been the culture of focus. They have lived up to our expectation and even beyond. And I'm telling you that we are going to do something. We have only begun with the Eggon nation. And that you rightly asked the question, even if this funds like this or so don't get to them, in what way can they benefit from such gestures? We are planning something beyond what money can give to the Eggon nation. Because they have shown enough commitment. All the courtesies that are common about them, we have enjoyed them. You saw the governor was saying it from his own heart. That unlike people think, the Eggon man is very peaceful. And he made an analogy. But given the fact that people who have been agitated about if we have this major number, why can't we also share in the leadership? That's the only thing they were saying. But we have seen all these courtesies and enjoyed them, and we have resolved that we are going to continue in this very project. You know that the Eggon nation has been planning to have a museum on their own culture and history, and that in the first instance it will be situated within the palace. And we have resolved that we are going to step up and follow up. And we are hoping that will be very, very immediate.
Okay.
And then at the statewide, we are promising that the effort that the governor has already made in building a structure in Kefi to serve as a museum for
the entire state.
For the entire state, that we are going to follow it up to ensure that it is equipped professionally and that the exhibition can be of world class. And that now that we do not have a museum even in the FCT yet, it will serve the purpose of the FCT, and that we are going to follow him up, since he has promised that they are working towards integrating the entire central region and the entire north. We will make sure that within his own vision, we will create something that will enable that. And I think the Eggon Nation will be the best for it too.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Yes,
it's a blessing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bye.
Yes.
Yes.